Today we're going to be going over how to create a high quality D&D game in less than 10 minutes. I'm going to run you through a super easy step-by-step guide to how to be a DM. It's all there written in Discord for you to take a look at. I'm going to run through all of the details right now. In 10 minutes, you're going to be an expert on how to create a 45-minute, easy text-based game that you can share with your friends and try it out. First step in creating a D&D game is to give a description on where the adventure starts out. Most players don't know where they are, don't know the settings, don't know the particulars, don't know the smell, the ambient sights, don't know the relevance of the location when you start off. So it makes sense to give people a brief description of what's going on at the beginning. So the first step is to give a description. So, for example, let's say that you start off at a tavern, a classic trope. You start your journey at the Broken Tankard, a lively candlelit pub located on the edge of a town, a hamlet, maybe it's a city, maybe it's a ship. So many possibilities. You can just fill it in with whatever you want. And if you don't feel like describing a lot, just throw in a picture and throw in a few sentences. Easy peasy. Next step is to introduce a non-player character you want to roleplay. Super simple, whatever you are comfortable with. It could be a noble, it could be a magician, it could be a sorcerer, it could be anything. It could be like, just a regular friend, a fisherman. So here's an example. A casual glance around the dining hall reveals your longtime friend, Contessina de Bardi, a headstrong young lady fond of hunting, riding, and exploring places highborn ladies have no business being. A brave yet foolish friend that's currently trying to muscle her way into a game of liar's dice between two weathered dockhands. And a picture works as well if you don't want to, go into heavy description. Very easy stuff. So now you have a way of introducing information to your player. Next thing you're going to do is describe the central problem. What's going on? If there's no problems, then there's no adventure, because an adventure is all about solving a problem, overcoming a challenge. So maybe you describe that as an example. Your friend Contessina is extremely sad, and just a bit of casual conversation with her reveals that she has an arranged marriage with a man that is 1 decade older than her. And you cannot let this stand. Now, you might ask the player, hey, why wouldn't you like this? Why don't you want this to happen? Or you could just introduce some reasons. For example, saying that maybe you have another friend that is, planning on marrying her. Maybe that she wants to go on an adventure a storyline advantage, then yeah, lower the DC a little bit. If, for example, they fail, hey, give them some encouragement. Say, you do your very best. Give them some cinematic descriptions, but unfortunately, it doesn't work out your way. What do you do now? Next thing is to introduce the ticking clock. Adventurers, they love to take their time. They love to play it safe. You, as the DM, have got to push them in the right direction. Give them some stakes. In this case, the ticking clock is basically a way of saying you can't take forever on this. For this example, I say that there's only 3 days to find the Corsairs. Otherwise, Contessina is going to get married. You only have 3 days to do it. And so the players roll a few more skill checks. They try to find, come up with some more options. But you just say, hey, it's not enough. Sorry. Until finally, the final solution actually works, which is great. In that case, they have a chance at the final battle, and that is the climax of the situation. And their final solution is to go and buy some drugs and then tail the drug runner back to the hideout, which is a great plan, right? Really creative, which is why we lower the DC. They succeed, and now they're finally at the final battle. They've earned the right to go to the final battle. Time has come to test your talents. The player draws his dagger and climbs up to the second story, which is awesome. At this point, you would roll the dice and Discord a little bit. You would, describe the different blows, the different weapons checks, attacks, and all that. It'd be like a little battle that'd be conducted on Discord. There wouldn't be any battle map or anything like that. You just roll a few times, and then once the NPCs run out of health, they're done. Easy peasy. After that, you just give a brief description of what happens afterwards. And in this case, it was a great plan. Your player had a great plan. He went up to the second story. He caught them when they were drunk, so they barely put up a fight. They were all tied up, ready to go. But unfortunately, your player forgot about the guards that the smugglers had on their payroll. It was all going to plan until your good friend Colin, who guards the main gate, walked in. You will never forget the look in his eyes as you plunged your blade into his chest. People call you a hero. You saved Contessina. You saved the town. You killed a friend. What does that make of you? Could you have done this differently? And so, actions have repercussions. And for their creativity, they were rewarded with a great setup to the final battle. They had a great advantage. But because they overlooked the guards on the payroll, there were consequences as well. And the consequences were that Colin walked in. Because they weren't ready for it, they were forced to kill him, which is not good. And then that's basically the end of the journey. That's it. 45 minutes, and you can play it out. This is a text-based game inside Discord, right? So you can play it out at your leisure throughout the week. Maybe the player throws out a message on Monday. You get to it later on the afternoon on Monday, and they respond on Tuesday. And then, in 45 minutes, spread over the whole week. Very easy. You'll see a lot of art. You'll see a lot of in-character roleplay. You'll see a few skill checks. And then during the final battle, you might have them roll a few attack rolls, roll some damage. You'll keep track of the NPCs and their health points. And once they hit 0, or you just say that they run away, boom, that's the end of the journey. And that is how we run a high-quality D&D game in less than 45 minutes here in Discord. If you want to give this a try and play one of these games, I would invite you to let me know. Shoot me a quick message, and I'll give you the Encounter DM tag, and we can run a few. And that'd be awesome.